Welcome back. Good Sam Roadside Assistance 200 presented by Ram on Speed. The final 20 laps of racing about to happen at the Rock. Casey Kane will bring the field back to the green flag because of the speeding penalty off of pit road. Now Nelson Piquet Jr.'s teammate James Buescher will be on the outside of row number 1 as they come out of turn number 4 for the green flag once again. It goes in the air. The fans are on their feet. We're back to racing at the Rock.
Casey Kane does indeed pick that bottom lane, Rick. James Buescher's going to see if he can do something with him on the outside. Good run for James through 1 and 2.
Good run for Casey as well. James looks to the inside for a second. Nothing there.
Two Turner Motorsports trucks running 1 and 2 as they battle for the 4th spot behind them.
We know with just 20 laps to go, these guys can abuse these tires about as much as they want.
Nelson Piquet Jr. restarted. He was 13th when the flag flew. Can he battle from that position to get back up to the front?
Remember, he was behind not only the lead lap trucks, all the other trucks because of the speeding penalty.
He's at the tail of the field. Now, a long way to go. There's still some.
He needs another caution to even have a shot at getting into the top 10, possibly.
32 trucks are running, so that tells you what kind of task he's up against. You're right. Another caution. Maybe he gets his track position back and get him inside the top 10.
At the beginning of the show, Ray Dunlap mentioned he thought that this was the race that Turner Motorsports gets their first truck win. Well, right now, they've got both barrels full. Casey Kane and James Buescher running 1 and 2 up front. The battle continues between the 17 of Timothy Peters and the 13 of Johnny Sauter.
Another battle, right behind them was an RCR battle.
They're racing for 4th, and then right behind them, as you mentioned, that RCR battle going on.
Parker Kligerman got in the middle of that RCR battle.
I was going to say Casey Kane isn't going anywhere either. Guys, he can't shake James Buescher or Matt Crafton. Great battle here at Rockingham.
Paulie Harrock in the 5. The yellow stripe on the back of that truck, and the 9 of Ron Hornaday on his outside. There's Casey Kane in the gap between he and teammate James Buescher. Again, Buescher got his first NASCAR win to start off the season at Daytona, but it wasn't in the trucks. It was in the Nationwide Series.
See Kligerman on the inside of Coulter now in a battle for the 5th, 6th position. Ty Dillon right behind, right now running 8th.
Kane, Buescher, Crafton, Sauter, and Peters are top 5. Kligerman, Coulter, Ty Dillon, Justin Lofton, and Jeb Burton. Your top 10, Hornaday, Piquet Jr., and David Starr. The final 3 trucks on the lead lap.
Man, I'm glad Joey Coulter is giving Kligerman a lot of room on the bottom. Parker's diving into the turn and sliding up, and Joey's anticipating it. How about that battle right there for the 6th spot? 4 of them lined up.
Jeb Burton joins that battle as well. He pulls to the rear bumper of the 6th of Justin Lofton.
Really impressed with Jeb. He's done a great job learning these trucks. It doesn't hurt having a guy that's won here who happens to be your dad on the radio helping you through it.
And State Water Heaters helping them make it to each track week by week. Joey Coulter, Parker Kligerman running 6th and 7th. Just behind him, Ty Dillon, all in a line for position. Justin Lofton.
Look at Ty down on that yellow line trying to work his way closer to Parker Kligerman, and way down on the bottom of the racetrack goes
Jeb, I believe.
Jeb. Is he going to get around Tim George Jr.?
Tim George is a lap down right now. He's actually being shown 2 laps down, so that is not a battle for position. But this is right here, Ty Dillon going after Parker Kligerman.
Dillon on the inside, Kligerman on the outside, running right in the middle of the racetrack. Parker Kligerman trying to find that grip. Ty Dillon gets the advantage as they come out of 4.
The 2 drivers that have won ARCA races here in the last few years right there battling, Ty Dillon and Parker Kligerman, and the guy that clinched the championship right behind him, Justin Lofton.
I like the way that 3 truck's looking right now. Look how low he's able to keep the thing, Phil, and it's not sliding out from underneath of him either. It looks like some great adjustments by that team, and Ty's driving the heck out of here in the closing stages.
Just 11 laps of racing to go when the leader crosses the stripe. Casey Kane, James Buescher, your top 2.
How about a weekend for Casey Kane? He finished his 3rd Friday night in the Nationwide Series. He finished his 7th last night in the Cup Series, and he comes here and he's winning about 10 1/4 laps of maybe winning a truck race at Rockingham.
And it's his birth week, and he needed a lot of good things to happen. It's been a struggle so far this season, and had a birthday this past week, and now a lot of good things have happened. Look at this truck, so fast, up underneath the 27.
Take a look at what Jeb Burton just did in the 27.
That's why he came so low as he down through the front straightaway. We caught him, a glimpse of him just past the start-finish line, and he was way down on the bottom. A little bit of contact there between him and Tim George, and another wiggle.
He needs to calm down and get this thing to the checker.
There's Paulie Haraki. He's made his truck better. He's being shown a couple laps down. That 9 truck, Ron Hornaday, is a battle for position with Jeb.
Michael, you had mentioned Casey Kane needs some good things to happen for him. Well, all he has to do is get into a truck, because he's started. This is his 5th truck race he's ever started, and in the previous 4 he's won 3 and finished 2nd in the 4th one.
What happened in that one?
Unbelievable statistics for Casey Kane, and he could add another win today if he stays out front for the next 8 laps.
There's the ARCA championship battle we saw back from 2009, right here revisited in the truck series with Parker. Ooh,
running the same.
How about PK now? Is he on a mission or not? Did he bounce off the wall there trying to get by Lofton?
Did he slow down any when he did?
I don't think so. We talked about him needing a caution to get back in the top 10. He's already back to 9th. That's how fast that truck is.
Nelson Piquet Jr. clicking off laps under 27 seconds a lap, trying to get to the front, but the laps continue to wind down for Nelson Piquet Jr. Just 7 laps to go. Casey Kane with a 0.8 of a second lead over teammate James Busher.
Watch PK here drive underneath Kligerman.
Holy cow, that's a fast truck. You can't hardly do it any better than that. Stuck to the bottom of the racetrack, made the move.
I thought it looked like he might have bounced off the wall as he was trying to go by Justin Lofton here. He didn't have a whole lot of room there. You see the black mark. He did touch that wall.
And he still made the pass.
Still made the pass, and still was a faster truck on the racetrack.
Guys, with just 5 laps to go, how disappointed is Nelson Piquet Jr. with what he did on pit road?
You know, I have to ask the question, whose fault was that? Did Nelson clearly know where the timing lines were? Did the team let him know that he could speed out of the pit? Or did they say, go, 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 you can't be caught? That would be the question I'd want to answer, because it's somebody's fault. I just don't know which party it is.
When it comes down to it, he was going to either restart second or at the back of the field, and he had to start at the back of the field for speeding off pit road.
And at the end of the day, as a race car driver, that's one of the race. You know, this race he had a shot at, certainly had a shot at, dominated the early portion. You never forget those.
Lap after lap, the fastest truck this late in the going, and not have a chance to win.
Down to the final 4 laps. Casey Kane has a 1-second lead over James Busher. Kane looking to make it 4 wins in the 5 starts in the Camping World Truck Series.
Only thing could change that now is if the caution flag were to come out, and then some people would come to pit road to get tires.
The possibility does exist. Tires are so important at Rockingham Speedway. 3 laps of racing to go.
Casey Kane's thinking, no caution, please. It's been a good week for me. Let's just go ahead and finish it off.
Down to the bottom of the racetrack, Ty Dillon trying to hold on to that 7th spot.
Chasing Joey Coulter. We talked about Joey, Mr. Top 10.
Yeah, how about that 30 truck that's stalking him right now?
Coming into this race, John King was your points leader on lap 5. He has problems, hits the inside wall. Timothy Peters moves into the points position lead, and Timothy Peters now running in the top 5 here at the Rock. 2 laps of racing to go. Casey Kane, James Busher, Matt Crafton, Johnny Sauter, and Timothy Peters. This is exactly what Thor Sport Racing needed for their 2 trucks. Crafton and Sauter running 3rd and 4th right now as the final lap happens at the Rock. The first time the Camping World Truck Series have ever been to this historic racetrack. And it's Casey Kane who has been dominant since the halfway point. Nelson Piquet Jr., after a valiant effort to start the race, battling back, trying to get into the top 5. It won't happen. Out of turn number 4, Casey Kane will win at the Rock.
Way to go. Good job, Mike.
Here comes Nelson Piquet. Can he get around Ty Dillon? He's going to make it. Roughed him up a little bit, but grabbed that spot on the last lap.
Nelson Piquet Jr. running possessed after that final restart. Gets back into the top 7. Passing Ty Dillon coming out of turn 4.
Kasey Kahne did what he came oh so close to doing in 2004. Just by a few inches, he lost that last Cup race here in 2004, and he wins when NASCAR comes back.
And he also did what he came oh so far to do, which was from Texas to Rockingham to win the inaugural NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race here in this wonderful historic racetrack.
He's trying to do a burnout, but his tires are worn out already. And we've only run 20-some laps on these tires.
They're going to be worn out for sure now. Fans on their feet, cheering one of the stars of NASCAR who came down here and put a whooping on them.
And again, you applaud the efforts of Kasey Kahne, but we really have to applaud the efforts of Andy Hillenburg and the people that worked here at the Rockingham Speedway to make this happen.
And all of Richmond County, they all combined here to make this thing happen.
And a happy crew chief standing by with Ray Dunlap.
And that would be Mike Shiplet. And congratulations, you're in victory lane with Kasey Kahne. But I have to tell you, in that second segment of this run, he wasn't happy with the truck. How confident were you that you guys could get it dialed in for him?
Well, we knew we were going to be better. We were on scuffs that run. We just had to keep tightening the truck up, just a little loose. We did the same adjustment twice in a row, and we had exactly what we needed to get that Rockwell Chevy up to the front.
The very first win for Turner Motorsports here in the Truck Series. Shiplet will go down as crew chief, and we're off to victory lane to meet Kasey Kahne.
Kasey Kahne is going to continue to celebrate for all of the fans that have shown up here at Rockingham Speedway. We'll be back to hear from him in just a moment.